Hey guys, thanks for being here. Today we have a short stretch class that's going to focus on our hips. We hold a lot of tension in our hips, so this class will be perfect for releasing anything that doesn't serve you, especially the sensations of tension in the hip area. I'm using 2 blocks and I have a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can grab any sort of fashion belt that's in your closet, although I don't think we'll use it too much. And if you don't have blocks, we can modify along the way, but a good block substitute is a shoebox. So you can get a couple of shoe boxes or even equal-sized books. Anything that's going to help you bring your hands down to the floor comfortably. So let's just jump right into it. We're going to start in wisdom pose. So wisdom pose is just like child's pose. We'll come to our knees, big toes touching, legs apart. And then we'll walk the hands forward, letting our belly drape in between our thighs. If your forehead reaches the mat, feel free to bring your forehead down. You can also stack your fists and bring the forehead to the fist. That's also nice. We'll take a few deep breaths. If your arms are extended overhead, elbows off of the mat. And you want to feel 2 stretches, fingertips reaching forward, hips sitting down towards the heels. If your hands are stacked, just reach through the crown of the head forward and sit the hips to the heels. We'll take 3 breaths here. As you inhale, notice how your back expands. As you exhale, notice how you settle into the pose a little bit more. 2 more breaths. Inhale, come up. We're going to transition all the way forward. Extend the arms, drop the hips, lift the toes, hips towards the mat. Then exhale, come back. So even if you had your hands stacked here, you're just going to extend the arms. Inhale, come up, lower the hips down, lift the toes. You can keep the toes to touch or apart, and then come back. It's sort of like a kneeling, upward-facing dog. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, come forward. You don't have to come as low as I am. Just drop the hips as much as you can, and then take it back. Last one. Inhale, come forward. Lower the hips down, lift the chest, straight arms, arch the back, and then take it back. Great job. Let's come into a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're just going to start to wag the hips side to side. Nice and easy. For 3. Take long, slow, deep breaths. For 2. And 1. Good job. We'll stop at the center. Extend the right leg back. Bend the knee. And we'll just start to move in little circles for 3. 2. 1. Next side. It helps to keep the belly button pulled in towards the spine. And then you squeeze the ribs together like you're doing a crunch. Bend the knee. And we'll move in little circles for 3. 2. 1. Good job. Come into gecko pose. We're going to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Let the hips come forward and down. Here's a good spot to use the blocks under the hands. We'll hold it here for 3. You want your right toes to point straight ahead, ball of the big toe down for 2. We're going to take that same sort of rocking motion. So let's come back, walk the hands back a little bit for 3. 2. Feel free to use blocks. Walk the blocks forward. Take it down low for 3. 2. 1 more time. We're going to come back. Stretch the front leg. Flex the foot. Toes point up. And I'll take it back down. Good job. Let's keep the left hand down. Right arm reaches up. Hug right knee in towards the body for 3. If you're a little more flexible, you can bend your back leg, catch it with your hand for 2. Keep pushing down on the big toe mound of your right foot. 1. Release, come back to the center. This time, we're going to let the knee splay out and twist our ankle so that the sole of the foot points in. Nice. For 3. Heart forward, sitting bones point to your back heel. So you don't want to be here. You want the hips to come low and the sitting bones to point to your back heel. One more breath. Plant the right foot down, and now tuck your back toe and come into lizard lunge. Great job. Again, we're going to rock it back, flex right foot, toes come up, bring it forward. You can always have blocks under your hands. If this feels like too much, just stay in lizard lunge, which is right here. Okay, now we're going to start to move in little circles. So we're going to come to the right and around for 3, 2, 1. Take it to the other side. Come forward and back. Lift the front toes as much as you need. 2, 1. Good job. Step the front foot back. Plank pose. For 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Good job. So we'll take it to the other side. Bring the wrists under the shoulders. Come into gecko pose on the left. Left foot steps to the outside of the hand. If you need to use your left hand to bring the foot up, it's totally fine. Now hips come forward and down. Breathe. Heart forward, sitting bones back. Hug left knee into the shoulder and ball of the big toe down for 3. Push into the top of the back foot for 2. Okay, we're going to take it back. Walk the hands back. Even if you have blocks under your hands, you're just going to walk the blocks back as well. Flex left foot, toes point up, flat back for 3, 2. Walk it forward. Let the hips come low. Plant the left foot down for 3, 2. Take it back one more time. Walk it back. Straighten the front leg. Flex your front foot. Toes point up for 3. Bow forward for 2. And then come back forward. Great job. Okay, we're going to leave the right hand down, left arm up. Hug left knee into the body. If you're a little more flexible, you can bend your back leg, catch it with your hand. This is a good time to use a strap. I know I didn't mention it before, but if you did want to experiment with this pose, you can always use a strap around the foot if you need a little extra length and space. For 3, 2. Release your back foot, plant the hand down, and then we'll splay the knee out. Twist at the ankle so that the sole of the foot points in. Hips forward and down, heart forward, shoulders back for 3, 2, 1. Lizard lunge. Plant the left foot down. Tuck your back toe, lift the knee. Remember, you can stay here. We're going to rock it back. Lift left toe, straighten leg, and then come forward. A couple more times. Take it back. Hands can come onto blocks as well. Take it back. All right, one more. Take it back. We're going to start to move in little circles to the right. Come forward and around. Forward and around. One more. Forward and around. Take it to the other way. Forward and around, forward and around. It might not feel like full circles, but just energetically do that. Move the blocks out of the way. We're stepping it into plank pose. Step the front foot back and hold for 3, 2. All right, from here, lift the hips, push the mat away. Keep the knees a little bit bent and the heels up high. You're going to keep pushing away until your ears are in between the arms. If you're a little more flexible, then you can bring the heels down, sitting bones up high. So if you feel like you start to round the spine, keep the heels up and the knees bent. And you should not have to walk the hands and feet closer together. One more breath. Okay, from here, we're going to move into pigeon pose. Inhale the right leg up, bend your knee and open the hip. We're going to bring the right knee towards the right wrist. Shift forward, Land the knee, and the foot comes sort of like at a diagonal. Extend left leg back. Untuck the toe, top of the foot down. So you want your left hip, left knee, and top of the left foot to be down. We're just going to take a forward fold. If this feels okay for you, then move your right foot forward. And you're going to start to feel it in the hip more. Be sure that you're not plopping to the right. And you'll notice if you're doing that, if your left hip is up. If that's the case for you, then you can bring a block or even a pillow under your right butt cheek. We're just going to hang out here, walk the hands away from the body. I'm modifying for pregnancy, so I'm not going to take such a deep forward fold, but you go for it. If you can bring your chest all the way down, go ahead for 3. 2, release any tension in the hips, let go of anything that doesn't serve you in this moment. For 2. Let's move into a double pigeon. Swing your back leg up and over. You're going to stack one shin on top of the other. So the knee is over the ankle, and then the ankle is over the knee. Shin on top of shin. When you look down, there should be a little triangle. Even if your left knee is up high, you'll still see the triangle. Lean forward, get your butt out from under you. Inhale, lift the heart and the arms. Exhale, hinge forward, lead from the heart, flat back. Then bring the hands down to blocks or the mat. Feel as if you're charging the chest forward, sitting bones back. 3 deep breaths. Crown of the head forward. You can always bring your forearms down as well. To the mat or to blocks. For 2. Just keep a flat back, shoulders away from the ears, crown of the head forward. For 2. Inhale, come up. Cross at the ankles. Roll over the feet, or you can swoosh the legs off to the side, back into downward facing dog, any way you want to get there. Pigeon pose on the left side. Inhale the left leg up. Bend the knee, bring the knee towards the left wrist. And then scoot the right toes back, extend the leg. Breathe. Same options here. You can bring your left foot forward, and that'll make it more intense on your hip. You want to make sure that the right hip, knee, and top of the foot point down. Then from here you can forward fold, or you can bring the forearms down, anything you want to do. Breathe for 3. Let go of anything that doesn't serve you in this moment. For 2. One more deep breath. We're going to swing the back leg up and over for double pigeon. Stack your shins. Ankle over knee, knee over ankle. When you look down, there should be that little triangle, even if your right knee is high. Lean forward, get the butt out from under you. Inhale, lift the heart and arms up. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. You want to avoid rounding from the waist, so flat back. You can bring the hands down to the blocks or to the mat. For 3. Reach the heart forward. Sitting bones move back. For 2. Crown of the head forward. We'll take one more deep breath. Inhale, come up, cross at the ankles, plant the hands, downward facing dog, or swoosh the legs out to the side and come to downward dog. Frog pose. Let's drop the knees, bring the forearms down. We can actually turn to face the long edge of the mat so that we have cushion on our knees. So you can bring the forearms down and then start to work the knees out. And go as much as you can. Sometimes I like to use the floor because I can slide my knees away, and you just push into the mat with the arms, and that'll help you to not drop all of the pressure on your inner knee. So breathe. I'm going to show you from the side so you also see a profile of you. It should feel intense on the hips, hips in line with the knees, and heels in line with the knees. Your sitting bones are moving down, and not up and back, down and forward. We'll breathe here for 3. It should feel kind of intense. For 2, 1. Push into the forearms a lot, bring the knees back together. We're just going to come to sitting on our heels, plop the hips over to the right, extend the legs out in front of you, bottoms of the feet together, knees out to the side for butterfly pose. We'll connect the pinky edges of the feet and interlace underneath the pinky edges of the feet. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hinge forward again, lead from the heart. We're forward hinging for 3. If your knees are a little higher, you can use your elbows to kind of guide the knees down, or you can even use the hands. You don't have to do that at all. You can just enjoy the stretch for 2. Long, slow, deep breaths. Let go of anything that doesn't serve you in this moment and enjoy the stretch as much as possible. Last breath. Inhale, come up. Knees together, plant the feet. Grab behind the knees and we're going to come to a lying down position for happy baby pose. Since I'm modifying for pregnancy, I can't stay on my back or flat on my back for too long, but I'll show you what happy baby looks like. Grab the outer edges of the feet and now separate the heels. Soles of the feet point up and we'll rock side to side like a happy baby. When you rock to the right, you can extend right leg out, left leg in, and vice versa. You can also hold down the center, push down on the feet with the hands, and push up into the hands with the feet for 3. 2. 1. Stop at the center. We're coming into reclined cow-facing pose. Cross right leg over the left, grab the ankles, and bring the feet towards the face for 3. You should feel it nice and intense on the hips. I'm going to do cow-facing pose in a seated position. For 2. The more you can bring the ankles towards the shoulders or towards the face, the more intense you'll feel the stretch. Last breath. And now switch, so left leg over the right. Again, grab at the ankles and bring the ankles towards the shoulders or towards the face for 3. 2. 1. Uncross the legs, plant the feet as wide as the mat. You'll be lying down, I'm going to be seated, but it's the same sort of movement. So we're going to take windshield wipers. Let the knees fall to the left and look to the right. You can tee out the arms. Inhale the legs up through the center, over to the other side. Knees to the right, look towards the left. One more time to each side. Inhale the legs up through the center, over to the other side. Knees to the left, look towards the right. You just want to look opposite direction from the knees. Shoulders are flat. You're just kind of moving the hips or moving the knees to mobilize the hips. Inhale the legs up through the center. Last time, knees to the right, look to the left, shifting on the edges of the feet. Inhale the knees up through the center, knees to chest, arms are teed out. Let the knees fall to the left and look to the right. Knees all the way down to the mat. I'm not going to do this one. But your legs are together. Now knees to the left, look to the right. One more breath. Lift the legs up through the center, knees to chest. Let the knees fall all the way to the right and look to the left. For 3. 2. Lift the legs up through the center, extend the legs out straight ahead, heels down. Arms by your side in Shavasana, so you're just in a lying down, relaxed position. We'll take 5 breaths here. We'll do a short meditation. As you inhale and exhale, I want you to focus on the inhales. Now focus on your exhales. Every time you exhale, bring to mind things that you want to release from your life: stress, anxiety, tension. And as you exhale, push those things further and further away from you. Like you're exhaling them out of your being. Now let's focus on the inhales. Bring to mind things that you want to invite into your body, into your life, into your being. Joy, happiness, relaxation. And every time you inhale, visualize yourself bringing those things into your body. We'll take 3 more deep breaths. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bring your awareness back into the space. And then roll into a little fetal position on any side. Rest on your bottom arm, knees slightly into the chest, and take a moment. Energize your body, energize your breath, energize your thoughts with all things that are positive. And use this time to tell yourself something kind and something loving. And when you're ready, we'll push into a seated position facing forward. Legs crossed in front of your body. Honor this time that you've given to yourself to move the energy within your body and feel better. We'll bring our hands to heart center. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bow forward, and we'll end our class with Namaste. Thanks for joining me for this short stretch class. If you have any questions on longer classes and where to get them, or if you have any questions about anything that we did today, please let me know. I'm happy to help. I hope you enjoyed this little yoga session, and I look forward to the next video. Bye, guys.